I've always had this obsession with bulk buying things and fake stuff, knockoffs, that kind of thing. And I don't actually know where it stems from. My bedroom when I was younger used to be like an absolute stationery shop, the best stationery shop you've ever seen. And I have no idea why or where that stems from. Actually, yeah, I think I do have an idea where that stems from. When I was 15, I worked at a fish and chip shop in Drayton. Yes, I absolutely stunk. Yes, I hated it. Yes, I got free foods and I ate loads, but it wasn't good for the complexion. So my boss's then son-in-law, Tim I think his name was, on one busy Friday evening, he bought in a ton of knockoff gear. And it was at that point, I think the obsession started. Child life. And I should say at this point, Tim was a family man, pretty nice guy, so he was by no way funding a prostitution ring or organised crime or a drug cartel or anything like that. So I was able to buy it and look cool, fit in with my peers, that kind of thing. And also worth noting, my entrepreneur side started to come out because I may or may not have sold on some of this clobber to friends and family at a little markup maybe. And I by no means condone said activities, and if you did buy anything from me back then, I do apologise, because it's knockoff for a reason. It wasn't particularly great quality. It looked alright, but probably fell apart in the second wash. Kid life. You need to come with me. Another thing I did in my youth was I used to go around all the kind of Tesco's and paint shops and all that kind of stuff, and I'd collect coupons, free menu books, leaflets, that kind of stuff that they used to have in the shelves all the time back in the day.
Way back when.
And I used to collate those into like little books, and I would sell them to my aunties and uncles every Saturday at my nan's, and that would then fund our yearly caravan trip to Bashley Park in the New Forest. Between me and my cousins, we've done some other games as well, but I'd end up with like £30 for the week. Kid life. So anyway, yeah, I have completely digressed, for which I apologise. On to what you really want to know about, which is fake iPhone and Airpods. Kid life. So what should we do first? I haven't actually unboxed either of these yet. We'll start with the iPhone, and the box itself, it's pretty good. Actually, it's very, very good. Has all of the correct markings. It's an original size, feels good. Paperwork designed by Apple, California. Doubt it. The fraudsters, the gangsters, gone pretty well in depth with producing paperwork and things, or they've just stolen them out of an actual original box and just put them into a fake box. So box looks pretty good. Paperwork looks pretty good, but we don't play with the box. We don't use the box. But before I get it out of the box straight away, I can look at it and see that it's not a full screen like the iPhone 10. And I have my iPhone 10 here for comparison. Can you see the difference? So let's get it out of the box. And we have an accessory charger plug, Airpods. Nah. So the iPhone 10XS Max, which is the latest incarnation, and I must say it's got a fair bit of weight to it. Let's compare it. On a par, pretty much weighs the same. It looks good. It really does look good. Size wise, they are bang on. Placement of all the buttons, chargers, number of speaker holes, SIM tray, all in the right position, all looking good. So you can definitely feel the quality difference, because yeah, so you can see here when it transitions to the top, and down here when it transitions to the bottom. That's because the screen doesn't go all the way to the top and the bottom like it does on the iPhone 10, but it should go all the way to the top here and all the way to the bottom. First of all, 10 out of 10, looks good, feels good, but let's get it turned on. It has a similar wallpaper to Apple that you'd expect, and it has the parallaxing built into it. The screen doesn't go to the top and doesn't go to the bottom, and it just doesn't look right. Yeah, just doesn't look right. You have your apps, it seems pretty responsive so far. This must be running some kind of emulated version of iOS, because it's an Android operating system with an Android processor. It's got 8 gigs of RAM and a 512 gigabyte disk. Yeah, 512. It's running iOS version 12.0.1 apparently. Dual SIM. They've done a really good job with the fake software. It's got all of the apps. That was a bit clunky. Green brightness, pretty good. Volume, music, camera. Oh, let's look at the camera. Oh, selfie. Oh no. So although this appears to have the micro and the wide angle sensor lenses on it, oh, there must be fake cameras. And I've just got an error. There you go, you can definitely see it's Android now because I have an Android error. So as with most fake stuff, it looks very good. Quality is okay, it's not bending, don't feel like it's gonna crack. But as soon as you turn it on, you know it's fake, you know it's not real, and pretty grim when you turn it on. But it looks good. So Olivia is gonna love playing with this. Next, we're gonna look at Yasido Just For You earbuds. These are the 1-for-1 clones, so they're supposed to be clones of the exact AirPods. And they even have the AirPod chip in them, so apparently the pairing works with a legit iPhone. Let's take a look. Again, I haven't got these out of the box either. Dun, da, da, da. In the box. What on earth? Okay, so these come with like a little plastic cover, similar size. It's actually got a lightning port on the bottom as well for charging. So if we look in here in the box, you also get a lightning cable. Definitely not original Apple, but a nice touch. Also in the box is something Apple definitely should have done, is in a little elastic band so you can clip it to both of the AirPods and stick it around there so you don't lose them. Apart from obviously being branded Yasido, again they feel a bit lighter, feel a bit flimsier, but they look good, they look good. They've got the pairing button again. This is the most important thing, listen for the snap. They got a nice snap to the case, indicator charging light. Let's test this pairing ability, shall we? So let's get my phone. It has, look. You can see that? It has recognised these fake AirPods as real AirPods on my phone. That's pretty clever. Let's see if they actually work. Let's pop them in. You're out there. Westlife greatest hits, obviously. They're both working. Take it out my ear and it pauses it like it should. Sounds okay. Volume wise, let's whack the volume up. Goes pretty loud. As soon as you get, it gets really tinny the louder you get. So yeah. Build quality good. As headphones go, they're okay. Bit tinny at the top end, but apart from that, they're okay. They feel a bit flimsy, but they look identical. They're headphones at the end of the day. If you want headphones that, look like Apple's headphones, go for them. They're pretty good. Well, there you have it. Good old-fashioned Scott Refuse. Completely incomprehensive, but fake iPhone, fake AirPods. I'm torn because they're very expensive items, very expensive. If you can afford them, obviously get them. Don't scrimp because the quality of these aren't great. But if you can't afford them, but you do like the look and feel of Apple items and things, then I'd say get them. I know if it's a difficult one, I'm torn. Do I recommend them? No, obviously I don't recommend them because they're completely illegal. But it is very, very clever what they can do nowadays. How do they get away with it? Legally, how do they get away with it? These are literally 1-to-1 replicas. Very impressive. And am I gonna find better ones of these when I go to China? Because that's where all this house from, China. But if you can afford the real stuff, go for the real stuff. So with that being said, as always, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. A subscribe would be even better. If you didn't, let me know in the comments box below why. Also let me know any questions, comments or feedbacks for the next video, and until the next video, in the next video, until the next video, I keep saying video, I don't care. See you later. Bye internet.
Throw this shade on me, like they all hate on me. Don't bring that rage on me. Why they throwing shade on me, like they ashamed on me? I thought, what age are we?